Another term that I want to introduce you to is called a complex number. And a complex number has both a real component and an imaginary component. And their standard form that we'll see many times is going to be in the form of a plus bi. The a plus bi represents or shows us just a generic form of a complex number. Well, the examples I have on the board are some complex numbers. 5 minus 11i and then a 7 plus a 4i. Complex numbers. Well, we can add and subtract complex numbers pretty much using the same rules as we had before. We can only add real parts to real parts and imaginary parts to imaginary parts. So 5 minus 11i plus 7 plus 4i. Well, since I'm adding, these parentheses do not interfere in a way that needs to change the sign. So I have 5 plus a 7. A negative 11i plus a positive 4i gives me a negative 7i. My second example, I'm subtracting complex numbers. And this negative does interfere a little bit with this problem. I have to make sure I can't just eliminate the parentheses. This negative is subtracting each term in there. So I'm going to go through and just rewrite the problem. Minus 5 plus 7i minus a minus 11 and then distribute it to that 6i minus a minus 6i turns into a plus 6i. Many students will make this a positive 11, but they'll forget that that negative also goes to that last term as well. Now I can group like terms. Negative 5 plus 11 gives me a 6 plus 13i. And my result there is also a complex number.